room, we talk a lot about, making sure that, we're leading by example, okay? We're doing what we need to, we're doing what our team needs, and really, really fired up for him to be able to be in that position and to lead in different ways, not just by his actions, but also by his words. I'm really, really excited for him in those ways. And so for our team, I think it's important that some of your guys that you're really dependent on are some of your best leaders too. That matters and that makes a difference, within teams. So.
You've been around Daniel for a while now. Just are there ways that he's changed a lot over the years, and are there ways that he's actually maybe the same kind of guy?
I think that he's improved really a ton in his game. He is really, really super, fired up, in a lot of ways of just how he's carrying the ball, how he's making guys miss, how he's getting on the sharp shoulder of guys, how he's catching the ball out of the backfield. A lot of things that we've seen really through his career, right? And now he's sort of put it all together and mastering it. And so it's a lot of fun to just see him out there and having fun and doing really, in my opinion, doing what he's always done, right? And that's make plays. And so I'm just really, really excited to see how he's put those things together and how he's continuing to do that throughout camp. So,
how's LeSean Williams fitting into this offense and coming along during this fall camp?
Yeah, I think he's finding his groove. Especially in the run game. Even today in practice, he was able to hit some pretty nice runs, and really good with his eyes. We train that every single day. We talk a lot about our eyes guide our feet, and so he's done a really good job of just staying in the playbook. Learning everything that he needs to, finding extra time to come back and meet with me if he's needing to, in a lot of different ways. And so really, really proud of the way that he's kind of attacked this thing, throughout this camp. So,
what are some of his strengths that he brings to that running back room?
Yeah, I think his experience overall, being an experienced player, understanding, fronts, understanding defenses, being able to pick up, blitzers and pass protection, but also too being an encouragement for some of the younger guys in the room, right? Maybe there's some days where, they're probably hanging their heads a little bit, having a hard practice, and he's there to pick them up and challenge them in a lot of different ways. And understanding that it's a part of the process. So I'm really, really encouraged by his efforts, both on and off the field. So.
You mentioned the younger guys. What's it like having two new freshmen in the room this fall?
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, just especially, those guys coming in this summer. So it's coming up, it's been a few months now that they've been in the program, seeing how they're adjusting to our culture and how we do things. And they've been bought in, they've been committed to the process. They're doing everything that they can to get caught up because they don't want to let the team down. They don't want to let the room down. They want to perform at a high level, just like all the other guys. And so it's been fun just seeing them attack it. There's still a lot of things they got to get cleaned up and improve that. But really been proud of John Kelly and Justin Thurman for sure.
Losing Harry in the spring and having him come back, and today he wasn't in a no contact anymore. I guess just what do you want to see from him the rest of camp?
Yeah, just be himself. At the end of the day, he's showing that he's getting in the groove. We're starting to do a little bit more with him in practices now. So that's been super helpful for him just to be able to get those reps again, get it back in his groove. He popped one today during team run, and so that was fun. And I'm sure he was fired up for himself as well as he gets back on too. So.
Do you see Harry and Johnny kind of stepping into a leadership role now that they've been here for a little bit?
We'll see as time continues to go on, right? I think that they have done a really good job of, in their roles right now. But I see the fire right in their eyes. Every single day they walk in that room, they're eager to learn, just as when they first got here. So really, really proud of just the efforts that they've put into this whole process for themselves. And I know how much it means to them. And they challenge each other, they push each other every single day to be their very best. And I'm just super excited that for the room, right, as a whole, you know, having two seniors, having Johnny, having Harry, you know, now, and so just seeing the growth, you know, that they've taken each and every day. I think, you know, as time goes on, we'll see they can step into those roles. So.
And how's their retention of the new offense? Obviously, new offensive coordinator coming in. Who has kind of stuck out to you in terms of retaining the offense from the spring?
I think they're doing a really good job. They work at it, just like all the other guys, and this is what fall camp is for. So really, really intrigued by how they've just been able to attack, you know, the playbook. So.
I know you're focused on your own position group, but when you're out in practice, are there guys that, whether it's wide receiver, offensive line, tight end, that are catching you around, even though you're, you know, worried about your own group?
Yeah, I mean, I think just speaking in general, I think everyone's put in a lot of good efforts. It's really fun to see, you know, some of the young receivers, you know, run around, you know, and make plays. Even today, just one that sticks out to me, Tate Nagy. You know, it was a third down. We're working some backed up stuff. We got to a third down, making a really good third down catch for us to advance the sticks. So, you know, there's guys like that are making plays. You know, that's exciting. Be able to see those young guys in those situations. You know, to be able to step up when the team needs them. You know, and one thing that, you know, speaking just in my room per se is, you know, we talk about, you know, making the right play for the team. You know, when the team needs us, and that's just one good example with Tate being able to do that. So.
John, I was wanting to know if you could explain the differences and maybe similarities that Highshaw and LaShawn have in their game.
Yeah, I think both of them can run through somebody's face, right? I think both of them are really aggressive and physical in that way. They can run on contact, but they can also do a good job of getting on the soft shoulder of defenders. You know, making guys miss at the second and third level. It's really been a premium, you know, what we've focused on throughout this fall camp, and they've done a really good job so far in executing that, right? You know, and I think both of them, you know, from as far as catching the football out of the backfield, they do a really good job. You know, so I think there's more similarities than there are differences, you know, when it comes to their game. You know, I do think, you know, Daniel has some juice in his hips. Like he can make guys miss. He can spin off of guys. You know, he can make a play go for a while just through his efforts in that way. You know, one thing that I really like about LaShawn is he never stops his feet on contact. He continues to run his feet. He can move pals. He's very decisive as a runner, and I think that's what makes him a really good back. And both of them have done a really good job with their ball security. And that's one thing that we talk about every single day, and we stress every single day is protecting that football for our team and for this program. So I'm really, really fired up just how those guys have been able to attack it.
Anything else for Coach Wallace? All right.